Paz. I always loved tattoos as a kid and teen. I always wanted a few too, but they needed to be meaningful, so I waited, a little patiently. Because as soon as my friend CRVP got a few, I told him to connect me with the artist so I could get mine first. But I needed a design first. So I talked with a high school friend and I asked her to do me a custom peace sign, which she did, and it was great. I still keep the original drawing in an old journal. Not only did it symbolize my belief in peace, it also represented my internal peace at the moment. I would finally have my first tattoo. And sure, my mom and dad weren't too fond of the idea. They still aren't, or at least I don't believe. But nobody was or is gonna stop me. If I want to get some ink, I will. It would always has a meaning. Sonrisa de mami. Esa frase de Calle 13 perfectamente describe una de las muchas razones por las que hago lo que hago, y por algo la tengo conmigo por siempre. Los Beatiri. You were the first group whose entire discography I could say I loved, and your impact on the culture is definitely what I've always wanted to do. Thus, I honor you for all the inspiration. Cámara en la batata. Siempre te tengo en la cabeza, siempre te tengo en los ojos y ahora siempre en la batata. Para poder ver de espalda la cámara cinematográfica y fotográfica siempre conmigo, demostrando el amor y la pasión que tengo por este arte que me ha acogido desde niño. Wisdom. My love for Dragon Ball has no end, so when I decided to get tattoos, I knew I wanted to get something related to it. To this day, I still want to get 2 more. But my first was going to have a powerful meaning behind it. I always loved the symbols in Goku's clothing, and at first I was going to get the one he earned from Master Roshi. But being as that meant turtle, I thought getting one with a stronger meaning was the one I should get. So I did my research and I got the one which meant wisdom. Because without wisdom, we will never be real fighters. PR. I always wanted to get a tattoo about you, but I never knew what to get. I thought of your name, your flag, your local symbols, but they all seemed cliched or controversial. So I just went with what I thought was the purest and most simple, your shape. Sure, it's also cliche, but it's the purest way I can imagine you. Nobody except Mother Nature can change your true form. Caballo y Jockey. I always wanted to get a tattoo that represented you, but I never knew what to get. So I thought about it very hard, and I remember that horse and jockey you always draw due to your fandom of horse racing. And it was then that I knew how perfect it was, and how much it meant for you and me. La Mesa's tree. I remember us sitting there in Denny's brainstorming ideas for projects, and I remember me going to the bathroom, and when I came back you drew a tree point by point. And remember thinking how perfectly that symbolized our corillo, La Mesa. So as soon as I had cash, I got it done, and it will forever be there to remind me of our friendship and that of our familia from La Mesa. Vero's leaf. I always loved your art, and though I always wanted you to make the cover of one of my notebooks, which you did, I also wanted to get a tattoo, and today I still want another, or at least a shirt. So I got a leaf, because you're in love with nature, and I knew this would fully represent our friendship and your being. I love you, negra. Gracias por todo. Ricky's signature. I always wanted to get a tattoo of you. I sometimes thought of getting one of your drawings, but then I thought of something I thought would truly represent you. Something truly unique about you, your signature. And I did. And when I showed you, your face was worth millions. Goji. I always loved Goji, but getting a tattoo of the monster was going to be too much. My brother Jordan got it right. He combined the monster with the name. And it ain't too big either. It's perfect. But I've never loved big tattoos on me. I always knew what it would mean, my childhood, but I didn't know what to get. I always did love the way the monster's name was written. It was poetic and it reminded me a lot of how cool it looked on the movie posters. And that's what I got on the top of my right knee. Friendship, childhood, power, imagination, all in one. Kikas Olita. I'm constantly asked if this tattoo is a Sharpie drawing. I can understand why. It is a fairly simple blue wave on the side of my forearm. But it has a double meaning. I got it because I cherish your friendship, and because like water, life can be easy and rough. The W. If I fell in love with them as a kid, I fell in love with you as a teen. And that love and admiration for your work has yet to diminish. I do what I do because I want to reach and surpass your level of greatness. Someday I wish to meet you, and at least have a sit down. I am still a student, and I wish to learn whatever I can from the masters. Abuelos. I know you wouldn't like them, but at least I got you with me, ForeBeL and ever. Akira. I instantly connected with you and your exploration of love, friendship, and the universe. You quickly became essential in my life. There was no way around it. I needed you with me. Punk versus depression. Black Flag gave me a gateway to release every bit of stress I have, positive mental attitude alongside the AWK party philosophy, and Joy's identity gave me new ways to look at life. Dan Ciego gave me hope while also providing friendship and routes that make me feel free. Girasol. The one flower that I love is also the flower that reminds me of you, and this is for both of you, because both of you shine a light on me and make me feel happy. Donde yo nací. Uno por ti, querido abuelo. Quizás no te gustaría, pero este es por ti y por todo lo que me ha dado tu pasión por el arte. De tu arte y tu sangre fue donde yo nací.